Many years ago, after Joseph's rule, all he had done in the land of Egypt had been forgotten. The famine was over, and the people of Egypt had all forgotten about what Joseph did and how God used him to save them during the time of famine. There arose a Pharaoh who did not know Joseph.
These people are becoming numerous and great.
Pharaoh thought to himself.
If there is a war and they decide to join forces with our enemies, they will overpower us and kill us.
Pharaoh continued in his thought. Pharaoh called together all his people and said to them,
See, the Israelites are growing stronger every day. Let's make them our slaves and treat them wickedly so that they will never live here or become greater than us.
his people agreed with his suggestion, and slave masters were assigned to oppress the Israelites. From then onwards, everyone in Israel became a slave. But the more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied and spread. And this made the Egyptians even more worried and afraid. So they made the Israelites work harder. They made the lives of the Israelites bitter and miserable with hard labor. In all their labor, the Egyptians were even more wicked to them. Pharaoh said to the Hebrew midwives whose names were Shipra and Puah,
I want you to kill every male when the Hebrew women put to bed, but you can leave the girl child.
Yes, Pharaoh, we will do as you have said.
the midwives feared God, so they did not do what Pharaoh had told them to do. Pharaoh summoned the midwives and asked them,
Why have you let the boys leave?
The midwives answered Pharaoh,
Hebrew women are not like Egyptian women. They are vigorous and give birth before the midwives arrive.
Pharaoh's face changed. He stood up and stormed out. And because the midwives feared God and did not kill the boys, God gave them families of their own. Then Pharaoh gave this order to all his people.
Every boy that is born to the Hebrews must be thrown into the river Nile.
His people went to work, waiting to see a male child born. At this time, a man of the house of Levi had married a Levite woman. She became pregnant and put to birth, and she thought to herself, "This child is a special child. I will not let him get killed." So she hid him for 3 months. When she could no longer hide him, she placed the child in a basket, coated with tar, and put it among the reeds along the bank of River Nile. His sister, Miriam, watched him from a distance to see what would become of the child. As was her usual routine, Pharaoh's daughter went down to the Nile to bath. She had just entered the river when she noticed a basket among the reeds.
Go and get the basket.
She said to the slave girl. When the girl brought the basket, Pharaoh's daughter opened it and saw the baby. He was crying heavily. Little puddles had formed from his tears. Pharaoh's daughter had great pity for him. "This is one of the Hebrew babies," she said. At this point, Miriam stepped out of hiding and walked boldly to Pharaoh's daughter and asked kindly,
Shall I go and get one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby?
"Yes, please do that," she answered. Miriam went and got the baby's mother. Pharaoh's daughter said to the woman,
Take this baby and nurse him for me, and I will pay you.
The woman did as Pharaoh's daughter had said. She nursed him, and when the child grew older, she took him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son.
Because I drew him out of water, I will call him Moses.
Pharaoh's daughter said. This was how Moses, who was to later become the man God will use to save his people, was saved and raised by the daughter of their greatest enemy. Moral lesson: the closed door the Israelites experienced by the Egyptians making them slaves was because time had come for them to leave Egypt. And if God had told them simply to leave Egypt, they probably would not have listened. But because of the pain and suffering they were going through, they decided to leave. Second lesson: Moses' mother showed great faith, first by hiding him and proceeding to place him in the water. She believed he would not die. Lastly, sometimes God saves us in the most unusual ways. Please like, subscribe, and share with your loved ones. Till we meet next time. Bye.